Hi, this is Uncle Don, and he's got a huge problem. See, just a few weeks ago,
His jungle released 3 million pages of documents, videos, images, emails, flight logs related to the case of the disgraced. Let's call him Jeff for reasons. They called it Transparency Day, where monkeys celebrated.
they could finally figure out what was going on behind the scenes. Except, they only got half the picture.
Because of the over 6 million identified files, the DOJ only released about half, and most of what we got, either fully or partially redacted.
Wait, what? Why even bother calling it Transparency Day then? But wait, it gets worse. The redactions were done so poorly that you could literally copy and paste the hidden text and read it anyway.
The tapes are off.
It's deeper than we thought.
This is the final day. And that's a fact.
But instead, when he took office, his administration flipped the script, where everyone expected a bombshell to expose the rotten billionaires involved with Jeff.
Uncle Don's own team came out and said it was all just a false alarm.
Yep. Overnight, there was suddenly no client list, no one is implicated, and that there's nothing to see here.
There's no file.
Naturally, the common monkey didn't buy this, which led to mounting pressure, resulting in where we are today. With the public back to square one and the details of Jeff's curious case still left in limbo.
Look at this. No, look at it. They think they can get away with this, but they won't. I promise you, they will not. I'm gonna get that.
And how did a college dropout with no Wall Street credentials end up with a billion banana empire and would rub shoulders with some of the richest and most influential? No, there's something deeper going on. But the question is, how deep does this rabbit hole go? This is Jeff's business model explained. Okay, so this video might get demonetized. So if you like what you see, this video is made possible by the generous members of the Banana Republic. Support our work to enjoy ad-free and sponsor-free videos today, earlier than everyone else. Thank you all, and back to the video.
Welcome, no interruptions here. Just pure content. Now, have you met Jeff?
Jeff attended a couple of local colleges as a young adult, plural. Why? Because Jeff dropped out of both Cooper Union and NYU.
No degree, no credentials, nothing. But that didn't stop him. He lied about having a degree and somehow talked his way into teaching math and physics at the Dalton School.
Okay, one of the most elite prep schools in Manhattan. Predictably, the sham didn't last long. After 2 years of poor performance, Jeff got the boot. Okay.
I feel lost. You shouldn't be here. What was that? Alan Greenberg. We need to discuss this situation. Greenberg helped Jeff land an entry-level job at Bear Stearns in 1976. And somehow, this college dropout with zero financial...
That's not just fast, that's suspiciously fast. But just 1 year after making partner, Jeff was abruptly let go. The official reasons? He lent bananas to a friend to buy stock. There were irregularities with his expense account. And oh yeah, rumor. Now here's the kicker. He was never charged with any wrongdoing, just let go. No consequences, no investigation, nothing. And this became the pattern. Now Jeff would get caught doing shady stuff, face zero consequences, and somehow land on his feet, richer and more connected than before. So let's recap. Jeff is a college dropout who got fired from teaching for lying, then fired from Wall Street for misappropriating bananas, and something doesn't add up here. And as we'll find out, things only get weirder and weirder as we explore Jeff's colorful collection of friends and alleged clients. So after getting booted from Bear Stearns, Jeff here decided to try his own hand at entrepreneurship. He claimed to only accept clients worth over 1 billion bananas. But in the early 2000s, when his business launched, there were less than 500 billionaires in the entire world. So Monkey would guess that to eventually become a billionaire himself. He'd need to have hundreds of ultra-wealthy monkeys in his books, right? Well, no. If the claim is to be believed, he's only ever had one singular, documented client in his entire history of going from broke to top 0.01% in the financial hierarchy. Just one
The connection is strong, indeed, but they are restless. Look at this.
Monkeys! The data is all here.
Excellent. Your compensation is prepared.
Just as
Planned. We have some questions about these bananas.
Just doing business.
You're being investigated. This should cover it. Much appreciated. I have something for you.
Oh, for me?
Consider it a gift.
What is this power?
Control.
I must stop this.
Not if I can help it. No need to look closely. First. Then in 1996, Wexner transferred a $77 million Manhattan townhouse to Jeff for a small price of, well, zero. A gift that costs more bananas than what most average monkeys would make in their entire lifetime. Now, why would a savvy billionaire businessman... I'm offering this to you now. Whoa, really? No way! Bananas! What's this? This makes no sense at all.
The key to everything.
Indeed.
Does this mean?
I don't get it. Looks like the year of the monkey.
Just following protocol.
We have to do something. He's up to no good. Just doing some business.
Jeff had his first taste of true wealth. He had the mansion, the connections, the credibility of working with one of America's richest monkeys.
I have the deal. This provides ultimate convenience.
One that had the likes of presidents, CEOs, business titans, all available on speed dial. But yeah, Monkey 100% believes there's no client list. Sure, Jan.
Anyway, Jeff's real product was access and influence. Here's how it works. Need to meet a president of a specific jungle? Give Jeff a call.
The connection is live. Target located. Mission complete. What do you think of our new campaign? With calls, outreach, and recognition, we'll dominate.
Even scientists from Harvard and MIT attended his dinner parties. And where did all this, quote, networking happen? His Manhattan townhouse.
The network is strong.
Connectivity optimized.
Future is bright.
It's every bit as bad as it sounds. But the thing is what happened inside the private jet. Because it was a flying lounge where deals were made, connections were forged,
And the elite could let their guard down. Because everything in Jeff's world was transactional. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Do you want access to my network? You owe me. And Jeff was very, very good at collecting favors. Some might say, too good even. And here's the truly sinister part. The girls weren't just victims, they were tools in his business model, making this whole thing even worse.
He created an environment where the elite felt comfortable and compromised. Think about that. Billionaires...
Oh no!
Just flying over here. Ready for the party.
Welcome. The jet is ready. Exclusive access. And not just bedrooms, bathrooms too, pinhole cameras, disguised as smoke detectors. These cameras would feed live footage.
If Monkey were a betting primate, it's clear, because Jeff had something on them, something they didn't want the world to see. They had gone from customers to basically wealthy collateral.
Make no mistake, this doesn't pardon the guests if they committed any back-to crimes on Jeff's property. This ties it all together.
The recorded evidence. And this sign confirms everything. Just look at the facts. Trust me, it's all right here.
You need power, connections, confidential. And I have it. Executive, royalty, leader.
Innocent until proven guilty still applies. However, guilty or not, just being in Jeff's orbit should be a career killer. Because when a convicted trafficker has your name in their contact list, flight logs, or private island guest book, you don't get a pass for simply not asking questions. The association alone does all the damage. And that's the final piece of the puzzle.
Look at this network. Dig it up. I've got the list. I told you to get this. Dig faster. This is the proof. Look at that building.
The data suggests a problem here. We're transferring assets now.
I have everything under control. This is not good.
The numbers don't lie.
I don't want it!
Finally, payment complete.
Excellent.
Excellent. The agreement is ready. Perfect. Sign here. You call yourself royal?
He's a fraud. Get him out of here!
And, my personal favorite, redactions you could literally copy-paste around. But here's what really caught Monkey's eye. Because buried in specifically 32 counts against Jeff and 3 unnamed co-conspirators. Their names? Redacted. And remember, this is just half of the— Some monkeys really don't want their dirty laundry out, huh? But here's the problem. The mastermind is already gone, so who exactly are we protecting?
If Monkey was a betting primate, the answer's obvious. The clients, the guests, who don't want their dirty laundry getting out. And don't get Monkey wrong here. And the victims absolutely deserve their right to privacy. But there has to be a better way to redact information than censoring hundreds, potentially thousands of pages entirely. Congress monkeys from both teams called out the DOJ for only releasing half the files, most of which heavily redacted. Despite
An act which, by the way, passed with near unanimous support. And that's something special. Because this isn't a partisan issue.
You think you can control this? We will not be silenced. You are powerless against us.
pressuring them to release all the files without redactions. In other words, the DOJ is now finding itself in legal hot water for how they handled this entire thing.
Help! I'm sinking!
Oh no, he's sinking! I didn't do it. Just wait for the results. Innocent. I am not guilty. Justice will prevail.
Weird. This is what Monkey means. The sheer damage of being associated with Jeff has enough power to even compel the president of the most powerful jungle on the planet to go into crisis mode.
Notice how Uncle Don's vital signs and anger levels spike here. The shadowy figure's influence near the emblem correlates directly.
Monkey worries about the lengths those who are guilty would go to cover up the situation. Regardless, justice must prevail. For the hundreds of victims, for the public who has been demanding answers for years. So keep the pressure on. Speak to your local representatives, your Congress monkeys, your senators.
Or don't. It's a free jungle after all, right? But just remember, Monkey believes the truth shouldn't be a luxury reserved for the rich and powerful. Of course, this story is still developing, and with only half of the files being released to the public, no one really knows how this will play out. I have completed the assessment.
Excellent work.
And now for the results.
You'll know how he amassed his fortune, and more importantly, why so many are doing everything they can to cover it up. And for legal reasons, this entire video is satire, and is about fictional monkeys in a make-believe jungle. Please do not sue Monkey. And a huge shout out to the Banana Republic for generously bankrolling and funding these videos.
You're all truly wonderful. Thank you, and see you in the next video.
Supporting those who stand strong.
Invest in the Dr. Monkey. Join the ranks of our supporters, folks. Thank you for your belief and trust.